So welcome to yoga. What I want to cover in this video is my approach to the 7 chakras, so what they are and how they might be used in your yoga practice. So you'll notice as you start to watch my videos, I'm going to use the chakras in small ways. I'm going to use them as a little added intention to the class. And so I definitely wanted you to understand. Some of you may already have an idea, and some of you have no idea what the chakras are. And so I wanted to introduce them here for a moment, so then when they start popping up, you know somewhat what I'm talking about. So feel free to pick a stretch or two just to watch me right now, because I'm just going to be talking and hanging out with you in that way. So first of all, the chakras are considered, and I have my notes here, so if you see me peeking, I might be reading a little bit just so I give you accurate information that I feel good about. The chakras are considered to be concentrated energy centers spinning within our body. How's that sound? And they have the responsibility of taking in, incorporating, and emanating energy to keep us functioning at an all-around healthy level from our body to our spirit. So if this is new to you, or maybe this is just a little unfamiliar, you haven't learned much about it, you can very easily look up a 7 chakra chart and you'll see the colors that are connected, the symbols, and the intentions behind each area. Because each area kind of carries an intention that you can practice as you focus on that energy center. Okay, so it's really cool. It's appealed to me for many years, but I never really decided to use it. So my interest in using the chakras came recently in the last couple months. My daughter did a beautiful piece of little artwork for me. I've always admired the bodies with the chakras, and she drew that for me for my birthday, and she's an artist, and so it was kick-ass, and I just started kind of exploring in and like, hey, let me really use this in my yoga practice. In the past, I've only like dived into it a little bit, and it never quite drew me in because I had doubts. I'm like, where's this from? Who's picking these colors? Who's picking these intentions? Where did it come from? So lately I've had a little more time to research just a little bit more, and I won't share too much because you can do your own research, and I only know the tips, the edges of it, okay? But it helped me to embrace it a little bit better. So as I looked into a little more chakra awareness, the history, the use of chakras began in the ancient times. Okay, let me look down at my notes for a second. They were at that time considered to be subtle centers of consciousness, subtle centers of consciousness, or still the energy, and I think they still spoke of them as spinning energy areas. Okay, so that began a long time ago. But at that time, there were not the colors attached to them that we love so much. There were not the intentions or the personality traits that you could connect to the chakras. So that came along in the 70s, in a book that was published called Nuclear Evolution by Christopher Hills. So in which the colors and the personality traits were connected to each chakra within our body. And after that, I think it just kind of blew up and people just began to be fascinated with that. Yoga teaching became a more popular thing to do. And yes, and so chakras now it's deeply explored into areas that I have not yet. I would love to check out that book at some point and take it in a little bit more. There's always the planes flying in right here. So, after doing that little bit of research, that helped me a lot. That helped me to say, okay, I see what they are a little bit. I can practice my chakra practice, my yoga practice in any way that I want, in the way that makes sense to me. There are no rules. And I like that. Okay? And so what I'm going to offer you today when I speak of each of the chakras is one word or two, maybe 2 or 3 words to connect to that area. You are so welcome to look up those charts and get some more ideas for each of the areas. Okay? And so when I offer them in my yoga videos, it's only a gentle suggestion. You can say no thank you and set that aside and practice yoga in your own way. Okay? It doesn't make a big difference. But I wanted to bring that in. I thought it might add just a little spice, a little more fun to the practice, a little intention behind our movement. So let me sit tall so I can talk about each chakra. There are 7 of them from the base of the spine to the top of your head. Okay. So at the base of your spine, let me flip this over just to make sure. Okay, base of your spine is the root chakra. The root chakra is connected to the color red. And red is for grounding. I'm going to give you simply the word grounding and let you go with that. So moving up into the second one is the sacral chakra. And that is at the lower abdominal area right in here. And in a chakra, sacral chakra yoga practice, I would get into the hips. I read this many times. It would be into the hip area, opening that up. So the sacral area is the color orange. And I can't remember if I told you the root chakra is red. I might have already said that, sorry. Sacral is orange. And the words I want to connect for you are creativity. There's a cute dog next door. Emotions, tons of those, right? They're always there. And passion. So let's use those 3 words. See where you go with that, okay? So then moving up into the solar plexus. Oh, what's really cool too, they're elements. The root is connected to the earth. The solar plexus, the sacral chakra is connected to water. Moving up into the solar plexus, connected to fire and the sun. So yellow gold is the color here. And the intentions behind this area are personal power and genuine confidence. The cute dog next door always begins to bark at some point, so I expect that now. So now moving up into the heart chakra, connected to the element of air. The heart chakra is for compassion, kindness, and obviously love. It is green. So now up into the throat chakra. Blue. And can you imagine it's for expression, communication. We're kind of moving up out of the body and into the spiritual chakras. So throat connects to sound, expression, communication. Saying what you gotta say. And then that is, as far as I've gotten so far with my videos, is up to the throat chakra. Third eye. Your third eye is connected, is a blue-purple color. Kind of we're getting up towards the purple, the blue-purple. Intuition, your psychic energy, spirituality if you wish. And I think what would go with that really well in a yoga practice is the meditation. So we'll see if I get there, right? That would be a good idea. So then finally, the magical crown chakra. It can be connected to a deep purple, but more often it's white, a shining white light. Universal consciousness. I'm going to leave it at that. You do not try to balance, I read this somewhere, you don't try to balance your crown chakra, because you are human. Okay, universal consciousness. So I might even play with a class for that. I have some ideas, but it's a little bit beyond yoga, I think, in some ways. Even though there are so many things offered out there if you begin to search around, connected to all the chakras. I am just gently exploring the idea with you. Thank you so much. So one more thing I want to say. I learned along the way that chakra, which I love to say with a soft SH sound, chakra, you will hear me say that all the time because it rolls off my tongue so easy. The proper way to say it is chakra. And it's a Sanskrit term that means wheel, the spinning wheels within our body. So thank you very much. I'll see you soon.